Nicole, this morning as it makes its way towards South Carolina.
It's already made landfall in Florida. We'll get to more of that in a minute. But first, how the storm will be impacting the Midlands.
That's right. For more on that, let's bring in meteorologist Vaughn Gaskin this morning. And Vaughn, what is the very latest that you're tracking?
Well, we're tracking some big changes that will come to your forecast. Today is one of those days where we start to see the impacts moving in and they intensify overnight. As of right now, I do want to show you the latest numbers with Tropical Storm Nicole. The winds are holding steady at about 70 miles per hour. They've been consistently finding these 70-mile-per-hour winds in the system, even when it was small and offshore near the Bahamas. It did get upgraded for a short while yesterday to a hurricane. It was just a short-lived event, but now it's back down to a tropical storm with winds at 70. The movement is to the west-northwest at 14 miles per hour. We are expecting it to move over Florida, back out to sea, then over Georgia, weaken before it moves into the state of South Carolina. With that same track on here, I want to show you how the rain bands will start to move in. These will be tropical rain bands coming in from the coast. They will move in. We already have a tropical storm warning in Charleston and points south. We'll watch as that rain continues to cycle in through this afternoon. Remember, tropical storm forced winds come in and bands. So we'll have a wave of rain, then we'll have a little bit of a break, and then another wave of rain pushing through. This is about 7 o'clock for you on Thursday evening. Notice we're still tracking those rain bands coming in from the coast. Once we get into the day Friday, early Friday morning, let's start watching for the possibility of a few more intense rain bands. Those will be rain bands with damaging gusty winds, possibly going up to that 40 miles per hour for the wind gusts, and possibility of very weak, isolated, short-lived tornadoes. They are possible as tropical storm systems make landfall. This is looking at about 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Notice the center of circulation in the upstate of South Carolina, but we're going to be on what we call that right front quadrant of a landfalling tropical system. That's where you get the most intense wind, and you can, of course, see the strongest storms. That's the area that we'll be in here in the Midlands. We'll be watching it very closely tomorrow morning, and we will have team coverage here from the Weather Center to make sure that you're updated on exactly what goes on during the course of your Friday morning. It's going to move out, and it looks like even by Friday night, I think you can resume normal activities, and you'll be back out enjoying yourselves, especially for the weekend. So 20 to 30 mile per hour winds, gusts up to 40 miles per hour, 1 to 3 inches of rain not out of the question, but most areas staying closer to that 1 to 2 inch mark, and the risk of severe weather is in place. Isolated tornadoes can't be ruled out. We'll talk more about Nicole and what we can expect here coming up.